Okay, ready to go. I want to welcome everybody. We got people on here from all over the country, and excited to have you all on tonight. It says Kevin Bright under my name, but Kevin's actually at the Malot's house tonight in Milwaukee, hanging out at their beach house with he and Tara, just hanging with the top earners in Secret. They invited Silvers and Above over to their house tonight to just hang out, and Tiffany was going to kind of get a focus time for talking about their business, where to go. And so it's pretty exciting that the kind of the leaders in this business, even the top earners, are the biggest givers. So Kevin and Tara are there tonight and getting the chance to. I said, hey, don't worry about it. You go and spend that time with those people. So let me welcome you all tonight. My name's Craig Holliday. For those of you I've never met, I know there's a bunch of you on the call that are possibly here for the first time. We do these weekly webinars each week to kind of introduce you to us and our business and our team and some of the amazing things that we're doing in the industry right now. And a little bit of my background: I've been involved in the network marketing industry now for 35 years. I got started back in 1979. And at the time, I worked in construction, owned a large construction company, and took a look at network marketing for the first time in 1979 and got excited about it. And within 32 months, built a seven-figure income, which was pretty exciting at the age of 32, being able to start my family. And my first son was born that same year that I reached Diamond in the Amway business, which was the business that we built. And for the next 25 years built that business, and we're able to live a great lifestyle and see our kids grow up in a just an incredible experience of traveling the world and kind of living life the way we choose. And that was what I was looking for when I got into network marketing. I'd made a lot of money in my construction company, but the challenge was I had no time to enjoy it. I hadn't had a vacation in 7 years. And when I looked at network marketing, and so I wanted to buy my life back. I wanted to, I always had a dream of being wealthy and at age 35 and retired and living life any way I wanted every single day. And so I had that opportunity to do that, and kind of stepped away from the industry. About 12 years ago, the company changed a lot, and kind of went from more of an online computer type business to, instead of the relational belly to belly relationship business. And so, just kind of switched gears and started doing ministry and doing motivational speaking and putting together training programs for people in the network industry. And then 2012 September, I got a chance to sit down with a guy by the name of Kai Win. He's a Vietnamese guy who's just absolutely doing incredible in Secret right now. He's made about 750,000 his last 10 months in the business, and he introduced me to Isaac and the family. And at that time was when I decided it was time to re-engage in this industry. And what I want to talk about tonight is, I don't want to just talk about Secret. I want to, for some of you that are on this call, I want to talk about the power of this kind of a business, the power of this business moving forward for a lot of you. I own my own business. So maybe some of you that are on this call tonight do. You own your own business, and you know the perils of that. I mean, employees, overhead, what it costs to get started, all the different things that we face as business owners. Some of you on the call tonight work in jobs, you're employees, right? So um, hold on a second. Just got to turn my phone off there. A lot of your employees. And so you might be at the place where you're looking. I want to own my own job, I own my own company. I want to own my own business. But what are the things that scare us when we think about that? What are the things that we're frightened of in starting our own business? And a lot of it, I know, has to do with the risk, the fear. You might work for a certain kind of company and say, I'd like to start a company in the same industry, but do I have the money to get started? What's the risk factor? Can I afford it? What kind of time will I have to put in? So one of the things I want to start out with tonight is I want to talk about the power of this industry. I've got a training that I did on 16 points that make our business different than any other business that you can start out there. And I've just picked a few of them to go through tonight. One is, it's an equal playing field. What does that mean? Well, the thing I love about it is, when you get involved in this business, in this industry, no one really cares where you've been. They don't ask you to see your college degree. They don't ask you how many years you've been in business. They don't ask you, have you worked in this industry before? There isn't this big resume that has to be presented for you to be able to start a business and move forward. All of us that get started in Secret, all of us that get started in this industry, we all get started at the same place. We have zero people in our business, and we have zero volume we're running. And we all get to move from there and build our team and build our success. And the great part is, there's no limits to what we can do. There's absolutely no limits to how big your business you want to build. I was able to create in Secret a six-figure income my first 10 months in the business. Okay. And that was because I worked hard and went after it and built it and got consistent. But I decided that. I chose that. My goal within 3 years of this business is to make seven figures. So I can make those choices. In construction, when I started my construction business, I had so many factors that were controlling my income, like the price of lumber, like how many people was I bidding against, like the economy, all the things that I was facing as a business owner. So in our business, the equal playing field. Number two, you get trained by those that are successful. When I started in construction, all the builders in California didn't come together and put a party on it and give me jobs that they had bid to build. They didn't sit down and say, let me mentor you. Let me train you in construction. Let me train you in being a contractor. I've been one for 30 years. Let me train you as a new contractor. That never happened. Nobody's going to go out and train their own competition. In fact, it's funny. The last job I ever bid before I ended up leaving construction because of my network business, the last job I ever bid, 4 people who bid against me, all were trained by me. They worked for me from the beginning. I taught them as apprentice carpenters. I helped them learn how to be a contractor. I helped them get their license, and I even helped them financially to get themselves started. And that became my competition. In this business, it's totally different. You're not creating your competition. You're going to help the people that get in your business, because the more successful you become, the more successful they become. Now, John Paul Getty said, I'd rather have 1% of the effort of 100 people than 100% of my own effort. That's the uniqueness of our industry. It's a lot of people doing a little bit and helping others to do the same thing. That's what drives massive amount of volume. That's what drives massive amount of business. The next thing, it's a small investment to get started in this business. When I started my construction company, I invested about $100,000. I had to buy saws and power cords and levels and tools and trucks for my guys to work with. And I invested about $100,000, not knowing if I would make it back, not knowing if this business was even going to be successful. In Seacret today, in our business that we're involved in, there's, if you look at the fact that if you got in and said, look, I want to build this business, I want to get started, I want to build it to the highest level, I want to create 6 figures my first 12 months in the business, and you invest in the biggest package we have. It's called the Seacret Agent Pack, and it's $1,450, and with your membership, it's another $49. You're looking at $1,500. And if you look at that and then you realize that you buy $50 worth of products each month until you have 4 preferred customers, then your products are free. But let's say you spent the $50 your first 12 months. So what you're looking at is a $1,500 investment, and you're looking at another $600 of your replenishments monthly. If you just happen to buy those and never built any preferred customers where you got free product, you're looking at an investment your first 12 months in Seacret of $2,100. That's unheard of. I mean, how do people make, like I was able to make 6 figures in 10 months? How do people do that with an investment of $1,500? It's because it's not what you put in financially. It's the kind of effort that you bring to the table, the kind of work ethic that you bring to the table. Do you ever struggle with people at work when you outwork them? I'm sure there's people in your job that you work harder than any of them. You show up earlier, you leave later, and guess what? They make more money than you. And there's no way to change that. The thing I love about network marketing is you decide your income. You decide how fast you want to build a business. You decide how big you want to build this business. Next point, you choose time invested. You choose your desired income. Okay, it's a part-time. Nobody's saying quit your job. I would encourage you to not quit your job. I would encourage you to keep your job and find a few 10 to 15 extra hours a week and get with a mentor and get with the people and the training that we put together and let us help you build a successful business. Then you may choose. You may choose in 12 months. If you're making more money part-time than you are full-time, you may choose to say, you know what, I don't want to go to work anymore. I decided I'm done. I don't want to go back to that job. I want to work for myself. And you can make that choice. The other power in network marketing is the bigger your business gets, the less effort you put in. The bigger your business gets, the less effort you put in. In most normal businesses, if you want to grow your business, guess what you got to do? You got to go out and increase employees. You got to increase overhead. And when I was building homes in California, I decided I was building 1 spec house a year, doing great, making a lot of money. The market was hot. Things were great. But I decided I'm going to get bigger. I'm going to build 3 homes a year. So I had to get more employees. I had to get more trucks. I had more headache. And you know what? It took a lot more effort. So in order to increase my business, I had to put in more effort. Not in this business. My sponsor told me when I looked at this business for the first time, you know what he said? In the beginning, you do a lot for a little. Later, you do a little for a lot. And that's exactly what happened in my growth in my business. And that's exactly what happens in this type of business. So very different than traditional. Most businesses, if you want to grow them, you put in more time. This business, you grow it to a certain point, less time, and your business grows. And the last part is success and significance. That's what, in this business, a lot of people spend their life trying to be successful. And they get to an age when they get to 55 or 45 or 50 or whatever, they decide, what have I done of significance? Sure, I built a successful company. Sure, I've made a lot of money, but what have I done to make a difference in the lives of someone else? I love this industry because in our business, the only way you will become successful is being significant. The only way you become successful is when you take the time to go help someone else change their life, that you spend time and effort building someone else's dreams. I know that sounds crazy, but it's the formula that works in our business. How much different is that than most of the businesses out there? You know, one of the things that when I sat down with Isaac and he explained Seacret to me in this business, it was about then it was about almost a 2-year-old company, not quite a 2-year-old company when I looked at it. And when Isaac explained to me that they had done at that time about 800 million in sales in kiosks all over the world, 800 million in sales. So they had a proven product. Okay, what was important about that? Most network companies, and I'm going to give you a little bit of history here. Most network companies decide to be a network company and they go try to formulate some new hype product, some new things that's going to be some phenomenal thing nobody else has ever done. And they're going to take that new product and they're going to launch this company. And you see it with energy drinks. You see it with things like these body wraps. You see it with things with patches that are supposed to take pain away. These are all things that you have to spend your time with a new product, convincing people the new product works. The thing that was powerful about what I saw Seacret had, they had already sold 800 million in kiosks. A kiosk. Now I want you to think about that. Who ever goes to a kiosk to buy product? You go to the mall and you avoid kiosks. But they were able to sell now over $1 billion worth of product in over 900 kiosks in 40 countries. And if you look at the industry, I didn't know anything about skincare. It's funny because I had a guy the other day say to me, because I just couldn't imagine being in the skincare business. I couldn't imagine doing a spa party. I couldn't imagine putting a product on someone's face. I couldn't imagine, going out and pitching skincare. I'm a man. I told him, I said, I bet you not too many people ask Isaac that, the owner of Seacret. I mentioned not too many people say to Isaac, you're in skincare. $1 billion worth of sales, a family that are multi millionaires because of skincare. So tonight, what my challenge is to you, let's not look at putting mud on our face. Let's talk about, do you want to own a large multi-million-dollar skincare company? It's supposed to go from 200 billion to 400 billion in the next 2 years in skincare, right? The only 3 businesses that have grown since 1929. Number 1, cigarettes. Number 2, alcohol. Number 3, skincare. Spiked every single year. Right now, 10,000 people turning 65 every day for the next 18 years in the United States. They don't want to look old. You can't do anything about getting old, but you can do anything about looking old. So when I started understanding the skincare and what these guys had done in the industry, I got excited because I understand in this business, you have to lead with a business, right? Business to product. And why do I share that? Because in our business, it's simple. Put product on them. We call it a 5 and 5. Put 5 products on them. Watch them go, wow, that's amazing. That stuff's incredible, because we see change. We see results like that. So now what? I don't have to spend time convincing them of a new product that it's going to take pain away. It's going to give you more energy. Take these supplements. I don't have to explain that. The product does the heavy lifting for me. Now I can talk business. L'Oreal offered to buy this company. They pushed a check across the table to Isaac and said, we're going to buy you out. You have the finest skincare in the world from the Dead Sea. We're going to buy you out. And Isaac pushed the check back and said, no, you're not. We're not for sale. How do you sell your family? This is my family business. L'Oreal, which is a $36 billion company, owns over 50 brands, said, okay, then we want to manufacture for you. So we have the biggest name in the skincare industry manufacturing our products for us. That's a lot of credibility. You mentioned L'Oreal, the skincare in the world, and everybody knows about the company. They manufacture our products. You'll never see their name on anything because they wanted 7% of the company in order to have their name on it. You want my name in print? 7% of your business. And Isaac said, forget it. We'll talk about you. We don't need you in print. It's a debt-free company. If you get around these people, this family, the Ben Shabbat family that own this company, let me tell you something about them. They don't spend a lot of money on themselves. They don't fly in private jets. They don't live in mansions. They put money in the business. 65% of the dollar paid back to us as agents. 65 cents on every dollar paid back to us. Proven product, immediate impact. 49 products with 60 more in development. Down the line, we're looking at things like the entire line of makeup, natural makeup. There's things coming now that are just in the pipeline that are being researched and developed for us. But to have 49 products is important. There's a lot of companies out there that are one product companies. I can name a bunch of them. Don't really care to. Maybe one product, but a night and day. One for night, one for day. Same product, right? The problem is you can't find in the network marketing business, and I've been involved 35 years, you cannot find a company with one product that's here after 10 years. There's not a company over 10 years old that's ever lasted with one product, right? This gives options. We have daily regimens. We don't only have facial care and mud masks. We have daily regimens that people need to buy, and in 30 days they run out, they buy it again. That's called residual. That's what works. I mentioned earlier, 700 kiosks in 40 countries sold product for 5 times what we sell it for, and sold it all day long. Actually, it ended up 900 kiosks. All day long, they were selling for 5 times the amount. Yet we come in and we do a 40 to 60% discount, and we roll out a network marketing company. A lot of people have asked me, why would Isaac do that? Why would he go into this business? Remember my first slide where I talked about significance and success? I asked him that question. I said, you were offered almost $1 billion to buy your company. You guys built from nothing. You're multi-millionaires. You guys live an incredible lifestyle. You have business all over the world. You have manufacturing in 4 different countries. You're licensed in 40 countries. Why would you go to network marketing? The business that everybody laughs at, the business that everybody says, that'll never work. You can't make money in that. Why would you as a family make that choice? You know what he said to me? Here's what he said. What we have in life will never be what makes us significant. What will make us significant is what we do in the lives of other people. So they directly went into relational marketing so they could affect your life and my life and say, here's an opportunity, Craig. We spend all the time manufacturing. We've got the best products in the world. We've sold over $1 billion of them, and we're giving them to you to now open your own business. For $1,500, you can have all the products. You'll have all the back office. You'll have everything you need to launch your business. Now go be a business owner. Go be a free enterpriser. There's no risk. We take care of all the risk. We have all the insurance. We got all the warranty on all the products. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And we're not talking about something new, 1 billion in sales. But he realized that in order to impact the lives of people, he had to give them opportunity. And that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about opportunity. We're talking about no guarantees. Nobody's going to sponsor you in this business and say, I got to guarantee you'll be successful. Because if you ever have guaranteed success, you also know there's a limit on what you can do. You can go to work tomorrow and have a guaranteed success at work if you just do what they tell you to do. But the risk comes in betting on you. The risk comes in looking in the mirror and saying, have I got what it takes to do the things that it takes to succeed in this business? If you look at the international perspective, that's another thing I'm always excited about. When I opened my Amway business, we opened Mexico. Amway had been 30 years before they opened their first international launch. We went down to Mexico, and in about 10 days, we signed up 10,000 people in Mexico. That was our first international launch. A lot of companies out there I hear today, they're, been around about 7 years now. We're going to launch Canada. Exciting. Great. We're going to get into Mexico. There's always a promise of international expansion because people know in network marketing, it's important, especially in third world countries, because for some reason, now listen to this, for some reason, third world countries, for some reason, they have a different work ethic than we do. You know why? Because there's a poverty level or a poor level, and there's a rich level, and there's no middle class. And if you're at the poor level, there's no way to get to the upper level in the country you live in, because it has to do with what your name is, where you come from, all these what tribe you're in, different things. You know what our business is? What do you want? Equal playing field. What do you want? When do you want it? Your choice. So you look at the international perspective. Right now, we're in the U.S., Canada, Mexico, Dominican Republic, Korea, and Australia. Korea right now is off the chart, just blowing the minds of people, the growth in Korea. We're going to open in 2015, Japan, Philippines, and Italy, the European market. And so you look at all this can be done from your back office. And if you're new to this business and you're new to this industry, let me just tell you how important it is to have a business that's licensed in 40 countries. People can make promises of when they're going to open this country and that country, but let me tell you something. They've got to jump through incredible hoops and be politically corrected and have the political contacts to get any kind of product in any other country except the United States. We're already there, 40 countries. You can do all that from your back office, right? You can sit in your back office today and sign up an agent in Korea. You can sign one up in Australia. You can sign one up in the Philippines. In Dominican. You can sign one up in Puerto Rico, Canada. It doesn't matter, from your back office. The next point I want to talk about is the fact of where we are. It's important for you guys to understand this. And I know some of you are on this call or on this webinar, and maybe you haven't had any experience in network marketing, and maybe you haven't even looked at other companies, and you're not really sure, what are my decision factors? What's important for us? Well, let me just give you an example. Amway has 13 million distributors. I think Avon has 9 million, and I think Mary Kay has 10 million. You know how many active members we have in Seacret right now? about 40,000. 30,000 of them are customers, what we call preferred customers. 10,000 of them are what we call agents. Those are the ones that have signed up to build, to own their own business and to build a business. Do you know how many of those 10,000 have even sponsored anybody or are actively trying to build? About 3,000. So you're sitting right now in 5 countries in the US with a force of out there trying to build a business of about 3,000 people. When I got in Amway, there were 250,000 distributors. Everybody told me it was saturated. The whole world's in. Everybody knows about it. Nobody's going to get in your business. And I went on to build an 80,000 person organization in about the first 10 years in the business, 10 to 15 years. And I look at that now and I realize, look at this. We're a 3-year-old company, you guys. A 3-year-old company with seasoned $1 billion worth of products. 40,000 active members worldwide. Binary compensation plan, which I love. You know, in Amway, it was unilevel. I had to sponsor 30 wide. I had to sponsor as many wide as I could and help each one become successful. With a binary, you have one person on your left and one on your right. The next one either goes on your left or your right. And I've sponsored 58 people. So those 58 people either went on my left or my right. And you know what? The person that I put in, the next person I put in underneath them, guess what? They get volume for that. That grows their business. So everybody's helping each other by putting people in the business, putting people in the downline, putting people in the binary. And the person that invited you on the call tonight can send you a video of the compensation plan so you can study it and see the different factors and what's there. We have people right now making 7 figures in a little less than 3 years. Over 50 people making 6 figures a year and more, and numerous people making $500 a week, $1,000 a week in less than 3 years. It's unheard of in this industry. But we stepped into a business who was in place, not a business. It wasn't a new business. It's a new network business, but it's not a new business. See, many people know about our products. It's hard to find somebody that doesn't know about Seacret, the products, the nail buffer, the mud mask, because they've seen them in the mall. They've seen them. A friend's bought them a nail kit. But what they don't know is the opportunity. It's so easy for me to say to someone, hey, talk about Seacret. And they go, oh, yeah, my mom uses that mud stuff. She loves it. That mud soap's amazing. I said, what do you know about the business? And they go, what do you mean about the company? I said, no, what do you know about the business? They don't know what you're talking about. Your business, you can own that business. All those same products that have been sold $1 billion worth, you can now have access to. They do all the manufacturing. They do all the shipping. All you got to do is go build your team. That's a powerful part of what we have in this business. Let's talk about your team for a second. I'm going to introduce you to a couple people that are on our team. They're going to share with you successful people that are building this business just like you. Got started, some of them, within the last year and a half, got started in business with us. But, 34 years plus in this industry. I've got over 35 years in this industry, trained over 80,000 people worldwide, created a 7-figure income in 32 months. I'm not saying that to brag or pat myself on the back. I'm saying it because this is the team you get to be a part of. You want mentorship from us, you have it. You want us to help you have what you want in life, you've got it. Whatever questions you need. We have a team site, Life Seacret. You can ask questions on there 24 hours a day and somebody's going to pop up and answer them for you. We got files on there of tons of training. We have a back office that Seacret's put together with a boot camp that has videos on everything, prospecting, how to contact and invite, how to do a spa party, everything. Many cities around the country, we have a Seacret academies that go on weekly for training. So we have the team in place for you, the systems in place. Anybody to be successful in network marketing needs a system. And that's what we brought in, the same system I put into Amway, the same system I built in that industry that's worked and put in thousands of people. Our formula for success for you is I do it, you watch. You do it, I watch. You do it. That's the formula. It's not like I sponsor you and say, you go do it. Good luck. You have access to whatever you need. We have the fastest growing, my upline, Kai, and our team, we're the fastest growing organization in this business right now. And you have access to that. It's important. Sometimes people say, well, how important is it who sponsors you? How important it is what team you're on? Absolutely vital. Very, very important. Seacret has put together a system that's amazing, but with leadership that's amazing. And that's what we bring to the table for each of you. You bring the dream, we bring the knowledge. You bring the dream and we bring the knowledge. And that's the power of what's here. So each of you, as you're sitting here tonight, I want to introduce a couple of people to you just to share with you. First, I'm going to introduce my buddy. He's actually my best friend. We've been best friends for over 25 years. Built an Amway business with me for years. and built a huge organization out of Denver, Colorado, and went to him to share my secret business, because I said, if I'm going to build this business, there's no question in my mind that I need this guy on my team, because I know the kind of leader he is, and I know his ability, and I know how much he loves people and people love him. But now, what's bugging me right now? He's outside in Aspen, Colorado, or outside of Aspen, Colorado, and he has those big trees in the background. I can see it, and I'm totally jealous. But let me introduce you to my best friend in the whole world, Spike Turner.
Hey, buddy. Awesome start. That was great. I was taking notes, and just great to hear you in action doing what you do best. But yeah, I'm outside. It's about 75 degrees, and we're at 7,500 feet. I've known Craig now for 1985. I met him at the airport. He was flying through, and I had a chance to meet with him and talk with him, and his belief in me before I believed in myself got us to diamonds in the Amway business. We were one of his diamonds. Our kids grew up together in the 90s, and they changed the business model. It went from catalogs to the internet, and the business that we had built didn't translate well. So I went back to work 14 years ago. And, I always liked what I did as a real estate appraiser. Good money. You can make a six-figure income, and I did that. And then 8 years ago, we moved up near Aspen, and we love it. A small town of 92 people. And Craig called us up over a year ago and said, hey, buddy, I found it. I go, what? Your skincare. I go, Craiger, dude, really? He goes, no, it's it. Incredible plan, just getting started, amazing products, and the highest integrity of the owners. And I go, what's it cost? And I signed up on the spot without trying a product or whatever, because I love Craig and I trust him. There's nothing I wouldn't do for him. And I built our business, our Amway business, mad. And I'm kind of doing that again in the secret business. Back in October, I set a goal to get Sue free. And it was hard to imagine her as an amazing counselor in middle school. But my goal was to get her back home and as my partner in this business. And so we worked hard. We did basically just built the business with spa party to spa party, wow party to wow party, and some 5 and 5s. And we have an amazing team. We've got great leaders. And again, now we hit silver. We replaced Sue's income. She's now free in her 50s. To enjoy the next 40 years of her life. And what I'm most excited about now is that our next goal is gold, because the brights keep moving on. They keep going another step ahead of us. And now they're at platinums and they're making more babies. I don't know how they do it. Great at duplication. We love those guys, and they're great leaders. And it's nice that somebody's blazing the trail. But and then my goal is we have amazing gals, but I want more guys to get into running, because I love everybody. It's like a family, but we need to kind of balance off some of that estrogen with a little testosterone. And another great thing happened this summer. We went to Lake Tahoe, and we have cabins there, and my sister-in-law and brother got on board, and we did a big spa party overlooking Fallen Leaf Lake, which was amazing. And people were buying products, people signing up. It was super exciting. And nothing means more to me than having a chance to work with my brother and getting him free and his wife free sooner. So our focus right now is getting people to the convention in Phoenix in November, and sharing the dream. And we met a great guy today, and you never know how far this is going to go, but he could be the next Craig Holiday. You never know, and that's what's exciting. That keeps me going. For guys, it's easy to be isolated in a small town in the Rocky Mountains, and I know that's my goal, is to get out there and get out in public, because everywhere I go, I meet people, and most people here in the Valley, Roaring Fork Valley, work 2 or 3 jobs, and be great to like the guy I was telling him. I go, how'd you like to double your income in the next 5 years? 5-year plan. Let's not do it overnight. Let's say 2 to 5 years. And he was getting fired up, because I'm definitely going to do this. So we got another sign up of a killer next week. So I'm fired up and excited to be on the call. And God bless you, Craig, and everybody out there.
Thanks, buddy. I love the trees in the background. Hey, can you still hear me? Okay, thank you, buddy. That was awesome. I love that guy, man. You can't believe what we've been through together. He's fishing every year up in the Kenai River, Alaska, and just traveling the world with our children. We literally traveled the world. Our kids are all the same age, and now they're all grown up, and most of them are married. But you know what? We were able to do that because of this crazy networking business. And boy, it's one thing to go, but it's another thing to go and take somebody with you. So I'm going to introduce another person to you now. In fact, she's in Spike's group. Um, Don and I, we go way back. She was also involved in network marketing with us a while back. She's a cowgirl. But I have incredible respect for this woman. She's, someday she'll tell her story on a stage, and it's a story that's going to blow everybody's mind. But there's certain people in your business that you just got those people you never ever worry about. You just know that they're like gravity. They're going to be there. Their word's good. That their promises that they make, the things they say they're going to do, they always do. Dawn's been a drudger in this business, working hard and moving forward. She runs a huge ranch out in Arizona. Her schedule is busier than heck. So that if you're out there and you think you're busy, this lady is busy. She's built a great business. She just went bronze recently, and she's someone that Dan and I love dearly. Just an incredible friend, and we've known her for years. And she's going to be huge in this business. She will be a diamond and above, and we're just trying to get her free now so she can start enjoying her life a little bit. So help me welcome Dawn Green.
Hey, thanks, lady. Craig. Hey, how are you?
I'm awesome.
Everybody, good. It's been an incredible year for those of you who are just looking at this business. Lots of things can happen in your life and make you question where you are, what you're doing, what you should be doing. And sometimes when you ask God to point you in a direction, He does. And He did it in a very unusual way with me, and He brought Craig and Spike and Sue back into my life with the Seacret business. And I haven't had a chance to look back since. But for those of you who are thinking that you don't have the time and you can't do these kinds of things, just let me share a little bit about what I was doing for a living up until very recently. And I worked full time running a $9 million horse ranch, which is also a corporate venue. So I not only worked 40 hours during the week, some weeks I worked 2 and 3 nights until 11 or 12 at night as well, doing corporate dinners and entertaining big corporations. I also taught college for the last 22 years. And in the interim, to supplement my income, I also announced horse shows on the weekends. And I built this business. Was it easy? No. Was it worth it? Oh, yeah. Because many of you don't know this. I have retired from college. I have retired from having to do horse shows on the weekends. And I can put in 15 to 20 hours on a horse show in one day and make less money than I do in just a simple spa party. But it's replaced those incomes. It's awesome, you guys. Don't quit. And if you want to talk about trust, this relationship marketing thing is absolutely phenomenal. Spike signed up with nothing. Craig brought me a bar of soap. That was my whole spa party as well. I got in because of the same trust and belief that if Craig believed in something this much, then I absolutely had to be a part of it. And very shortly thereafter, I got to go to Shabbat dinner and meet Isaac and meet the whole Ben Shabbat family. And I was sold. The people are just absolutely fabulous. The products were fabulous. But sometimes you just have to go with what your gut says. And it said, do this and work hard. So if you don't think you can do this because of a time constraint, stop, call me. I will tell you you can do it. I mean, there were weeks when I was putting in 60 and 80 hours on other jobs, and I still got this done. And we can do that now because we do have options with technology. You can build this business, you guys. Don't let it stop you. Don't let time constraints stop you. Don't let money constraints stop you. I wasn't rolling in the dough. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been working that many jobs. If I was rolling in dough, I would have not had to do that. I scraped up the $1,500. I got it done because Craig said that's what I needed. And you know what I found out? Oh my gosh, he was right. He was absolutely right. And when you have mentors, use them. Craig has been incredible. Spike and Sue have been absolutely phenomenal. Whether it's on the phone or face to face, you have upline who cares and believes in you, sometimes even more than you believe in yourself. And the other thing I will tell you, if you say you're going to do it, just do it. That is so important. Be a person of integrity and honesty. And if you do believe in yourself, and even when you don't, if you said you're going to do it, just do it anyway. And if you miss it by a week or a month, it doesn't matter. Just don't stop. Don't quit. There's absolutely phenomenal family that we have here in our Seacret family. And I love you all, even those of you I haven't met. And so thank you very much.
Thanks, Don. Appreciate you getting on. That was awesome. That was awesome. You know, one of the things I love for those of you that are on tonight, this is a people business. That's what we do. It's about people. And I know just hearing Spike speak and hearing Don speak, I mean, you know, they didn't talk a lot about the mud and the products, although they're amazing, because of the Ben Shabbat family and because of their consistency over the last 10 years and building $1 billion business and building the reputation throughout the world. It makes it simple for us to get in and build relationships, build friendships, help people become successful. You know, the do's, the hows of the business are so simple for you guys, you know, but the why you bring to the table. So we can teach you the hows. You know, we have all the hows down for you. There's a lot of company that have hows down, but they don't have the background in the industry that we have. But more than that, you know, you have people that want to help you become successful. So ask yourself, when was the last time somebody showed up in your life and sat down with you and said, look, I want to spend my money, my time, my effort helping you be as successful as you want to be? And I don't know about you, but that's an offer I'm not going to ever pass up on. When I saw the business in 1979 and my sponsor sat across from me and he said, I will spend money, time, and effort to help you have whatever you want to have in life. And if you don't believe it, test me. And you know what? He did. And it was just amazing the run that we had and the opportunity that we had. And Dan, my sponsor from Amway, is gone now. He's passed away. He was 25 years older than I was. But you know, the guy always lived up to it. And the thing I can promise you from our team, our leaders on this team, if they've sat down with you, if they've invited you to this meeting, you can count on one thing: they're going to be there for you. And I guess my response to that, the second part of that is, you don't believe it? Test them, figure it out. But stop tonight before you go to bed and ask yourself the question: how many people have shown up? How many people have shown up? What do we do? People say, what do you do to build your business? We just show up in people's lives. Maybe you meet them at a Starbucks. You know, with Dawn. You know, Dawn, I hadn't seen Dawn in years, and she went through all kinds of tragedies and struggles in her life, and I hadn't seen her for years, but we just showed up, you know, connected on Facebook. She came to a convention, and we showed up in her life, and I realized once we got there that we were supposed to be there. And there's a lot of people out there that just are waiting for you to show up. Just show up in their lives. And, you know, as you look at this picture of people, and I know it's kind of squished, we are a business whose time is now. We love you on board. If you look at these people, these are leaders we flew in, I think it was February of this year. We flew about 40 leaders that came in for the weekend, and they came in to do a boot camp. That's why they're dressed in these crazy camouflage outfits. But you look at this group of people from all walks of life, all different backgrounds, all different ages. But what's the common thread that runs amongst all of them? That they have this DNA, this determined natural ambition, that they want to do something so much greater with their life. And you know, it's time for some of us on this call tonight to get around the right team to run with. You know, we hang out with a lot of people in our lives, and we start looking at the lifestyle, and you know, and we may love them, and they're great people. But you know, I started looking, and I decided to start taking counsel from people in my life that were where I wanted to be, and not where the ones that hung out and we all wished we could be somewhere. And you know, I look at this group of people tonight, and I get emotional thinking about them. See that board behind there? We all wrote our goals down after that. And you know what? Some of them hit them, and some of them didn't. But you know, they sure tried hard. And you know, as I look at this group of people, these are the heartbeat of the business. The products are great. You know, everything about it's great. Network marketing's great, but this is the heartbeat. This is my passion. This is the relationship part of the business. And I want to see your face on this team. We'd love to have you aboard. You know, maybe you've tried different things. You know, I'll bring it up this again tonight. The same thing I said in the first slide. I don't really care where you've been. I don't care how many companies you've tried. I don't care if you've had success or failure. It doesn't really matter to me. My question is, where do you want to go, and where do you want to get there? And we're just at a place right now where we're on a fast growth. Okay, we're probably the fastest growing company in the industry today. It's expanding in 5 more countries in the next 6 months. But more than that, we're finding people like you that are just sick and tired of being sick and tired, people who are frustrated with life, people that have dreams but have buried so many of them buried in their life, in the attic, put away in the big boxes, never to bring out again. And we're going to show up, and we're going to help you open the box, and we're going to promise you that we're going to help you get to where it is that you want to get. We're not promising you success. Can't ever promise that. Can't promise you motivation. I'm not here to motivate you. That's not my job. My job is to be with you, walk alongside of you. You bring the motivation, and I bring the partnership. And that's what we do on this team. You know, we call our secret page Life Secret. We're team significance, you know, because we want to be significant in your life. So, we have a convention coming up, and those of you that are on the call tonight that are on our team, I have no doubt you're not going to miss it. It's November 7th through the 9th. You're going to be there. It's in Phoenix, Arizona. You can't miss it. You're going to come in. There's going to be thousands of people from all over the world coming together to celebrate success. It's called Revolution, because we our last one was called Breakthrough. So people to get some breakthroughs. Now it's time for Revolution, to get out and get life going. And a lot of you if you're guests on the call tonight, I just want to challenge you. Get with the person that invited you to this call. I'm gonna wrap. I've been 45 minutes, and I know maybe some of you think I've gone too long, but you know what? Sometimes when I start talking about this business and people and the lives, and I see Spike on there, and I see Dawn on there, and I know where they've been through, and I know what they're going through, it just gets me fired up. And so, my plea to you isn't begging you. It's not convincing you to get in this business. I'm just offering you an opportunity to team up with us, a great group of people that have passion and dreams for life and believe that we're significant and believe that we've been called to be significant in the lives of others. And that's what we do. So with our convention coming up in November, get your tickets. If you're on the call tonight, you don't have your ticket, get off, go in your back office and order it. It's time. It may sell out. They've upped from a venue of 3,000 to, I think, 7,000. And we've got it almost full, to capacity. So get on and get those tickets tonight so we can all spend some time together again. But again, before you close your eyes tonight, drop into bed, just ask yourself, in the next 5 years, am I going to get to where it is I want to be? What is that place? What does it look like? And do I have a chance to get there if I don't change something about my life? And let us help you be the changers. Let us team up with you. So God bless you all. Thanks for jumping on the call tonight. And we'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.